All right, and it's time 9 o'clock. So time for the Friday night block party. So lots of fun tonight, or hopefully lots of fun. If you look here behind me, you can see I've got all sorts of fancy things going on instead of just the gray-looking wall behind where my computer's at. So I was finally able to get into my new studio area today, and I got everything moved in. I got all the lights set up and everything, and yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. So thanks for everybody who showed up tonight. I do have some other people coming on that I'm going to bring on here in a minute, but I just wanted to go ahead and say hi, welcome, thanks for being here. Hopefully everybody has had a fantastic week and lots of good stuff going on. So Jason, good to see you tonight. Ian, I hate you. I don't really hate you, but you're ugly. Scoop, welcome. And yeah, I'll go ahead and bring some people on now. Oh my gosh.
You're using the MacBook camera, aren't you? Because that looks like a potato.
I am.
Yeah, I could tell. Look at the state of it.
It does look like a potato.
Yes, very much so.
It would look a lot better if I were on my other computer, but this was easy.
You're in this nice new studio, all right, and then you put yourself on that shit camera.
Yeah. Well, my desktop's over there.
I don't want to hear the excuses, all right? You just spent $3 million on a studio, and then you're using a potato for a camera. Where's the logic in that? What's up, Scoop, bud?
It would be better if I adjusted the lights on it.
Hi, Jason.
Maybe.
Yes. No. There's no saving that. You are using a MacBook Pro webcam.
They do suck. And it is really annoying because, this thing cost me half as much as the studio costs, and it has a 720p garbage camera on it.
That's right. And you're using it. So you had a webcam.
No, it's on my desktop. My webcam's on the desktop.
But so you couldn't take your lazy ass from your studio that's in the same house to grab your webcam so you could show people.
That didn't even occur to me.
I'll just talk to this lamp behind me because it's got more common sense. All right.
Oh, that's changed a lot.
No, but
I put out your video today. Very nice.
Do you like that? First one in a couple of weeks.
I haven't watched that crap yet, but I did retweet it.
Don't bother watching it. It's horrible. It's mind-numbingly spam. It's like a troll video. It's just pictures of you in a plunge neck Victor's Secret t-shirt over and over.
That's all right. I got an Under Armour one tonight.
You had that on the other night as well, you tramp. Do you never do like laundry, or do you own like 12 shirts all the same?
I have like 10 black Under Armour shirts. It's pretty much like my uniform.
That's the excuse people made when they don't change their underwear. Oh, no. I've got about 6 pairs of these. Sure.
I probably have more underwear than I do shirts.
I can believe that.
Oh, goodness gracious. So what's going on in your neck of the woods tonight? Other than, are we going to play some Call of Duty after this or what?
Sure. I've been playing Call of Duty. Yeah, I told you, he's addicted. He is worse than I ever was.
You're going to have to start paying spousal support, though.
Adam paid you to be here tonight. All right, just the way it is. What's going on in my neck? I have just eaten. I sent you a photo of what I was eating.
Yeah, the Indian food.
Ooh. I don't know whether I'm turning into a puss or what, but that thing just kicked my ass.
You're not turning into one. You've always been one.
Why don't you two not agree with each other and say the same thing? Huh?
So it's funny. So I totally crashed the parade so Saturday Night Tech Fight is tomorrow, and Scott Peachy is going to be one of the contestants. So, since he likes to tries to keep me down whenever it comes to these things. So 3 times in a row, he sent me home. But I was like, I'll come on and be a judge tonight. So I'm going to be a judge on there for Saturday Night Tech Night tomorrow with Roberto Blake. So it should be a good time. And yes, man, there's a lot of stuff going on tonight. I know Ian was doing a stream earlier, and there was like 3 people in that. And then Viper's doing his stream. I think somebody else is doing a stream too. Friday night's always just the stream night, apparently. So this is the night where everybody comes and does all their stuff. But instead of actually talking tech stuff, yeah, I like to do this thing. This is your first time hopping on here because you're old and you go to sleep early.
No, you're just lucky that I will bless you with my presence. I'm exclusive. All right, that's where you got to look at it. I don't go anywhere else. I don't speak to anyone else. I'm exclusive to this. And she's cleaning the cat boxes, so that's why you're hearing bongos in the background.
You're not exclusive. You're just one of those people that can't get a contract.
Dude, I am so listen, I don't need to wear V-neck plunge tops. Okay? You do. I'm exclusive. They take me as I am. You try and show moves. It's not happening.
I have this chiseled chest.
Oh yeah. About there's 3 scoops of ice cream. You've got like 3 boobs in there.
Nobody wants to see your boobs, Adam.
There you go. See?
It's okay. I don't even want to see him when I get out of the shower in the morning.
His wife said yesterday that she would not have married him if she'd have known he wore tops like that. Sorry, Wednesday it was.
Yeah, I did have a whole bunch of those white V-neck shirts whenever we got together, and she ended up throwing away a bunch of them. But after I bought a whole bunch of like brand new ones, so she did clean out the ones that were like all dingy and I'd had for like 8 years.
Mm-hmm.
Can we do a camcorder giveaway, please?
Yeah, if you're on a Windows PC, if you can do one thing for me, press Control and F4. Thanks.
That's how you enter the contest to get a free camera.
Mm-hmm. It'll log you down here, and then here's the camera.
Oh.
Now it's a shit show. Now it's a shit show.
I saw your little towel around the neck and photographer. You are working hard, my man.
Yeah, well, you got to do what you got to do. The best in show business,
That was fun. You need to bring back Ken Exotic as well.
Yeah, I was expecting Scott to get on here before you. You may have scared him away. He might not show up now.
PG. I'm exhausted after talking to him for, past 30 minutes. Him and his cardigan.
His cardigan. Hey, I heard he picked up a new sponsor for his channel. Ensure is going to start sponsoring his videos.
Who is it?
Ensure. It was a joke.
Oh, okay.
That failed.
You call him geriatric?
Don't even explain it. If you have to explain it, then you may as well
missed me. You missed me. Not your
Explaining
best,
it to you, Dan, because you weren't there because Ken called him geriatric.
I know what Ensure is, and it still wasn't funny. So just stop.
Well, that's probably because you have your Amazon shopping list for when you turn 45.
Dan, what are you filming on? You filming on a potato? Looks like you're filming on a crappy MacBook, Dan. Your camera looks like you're 480p or something.
Listen, Captain Porntash sat there drinking the piss of a dead deer. I don't want to hear it. All right.
What?
He doesn't want to hear it. He just got on here 5 minutes ago and was giving me crap about mine.
Look at it. It looks like he's put a cheese grater across the front of it.
You know what I think the problem is? I think it's Dan's voice cuts out his mic. Like the attenuation in his voice cuts out his mic because he's like, it's like, I don't want to hear you anymore. Even electronics don't want to hear him.
I'm just going to block you right now. So.
It peaks at like 4 decibels.
I've been banned off Facebook for 24 hours.
Have you really? I'm not surprised, man.
It's never happened before either.
How in the world did you get
Somebody reported me for bullying.
Wow, that's shocking.
That's
shocking.
Oh, goodness.
Bullying.
I almost got banned from Twitter recently.
Oh, I'm pro at that.
That doesn't surprise me.
If you need any,
certain keywords you say, like I started typing, like somebody saying something, I started saying pussy, and it's like it asked me if I wanted to revise my tweet, and I'm like, no.
I have never seen that.
Yeah.
I have never seen that, and I've been banned. Well,
I know.
I've got the book on bans, so
I know. Good thing you're friends with the owner.
That's right. Yeah. What's up, Jack?
I've managed to not get banned from any platforms to this day, so I'd like to.
You're not doing something right if you're not getting banned.
Exactly. I mean, that's nothing. Don't brag about that. That's like saying, "Please, look, I brought an apple for my teacher." Shut up. Well, I've never been banned from anywhere.
I abide by the rules, okay? Thank you very much.
That's because you're boring, and that's why you wear V-neck white moob shirts. It's the only thing you've got about you that's going, apart from the half of hair that you've got on the front of your head.
I know. It keeps going further and further. One of these days, it's just going to be gone.
I mean, look at it. He's got like half a side part.
Yeah, it's just not. It's there. That's it. It's just I don't know. I don't know why my hair can't recede like normal people's.
It's what keeps it interesting. So I got to ask you. You got a studio now, huh?
Yeah, so far.
How'd you convince her to allow that? That happened in the garage, right?
Yeah. So did you see the pictures I posted before of what I used to record in, like half of my living room up against the wall?
Yeah. I saw that you were recording in the living room, and she bought you like this YouTube starter kit at one point. Yeah.
So she got me the lights that I was using. I had just like one light or something. I'd already actually bought 2. Actually, I had another lighting kit, but I sent it to Ian so he could have some lights because my
Okay.
wife bought me those.
I've just bought a parabolic just to interrupt for no reason.
I know.
All
And
right.
are you using your parabolic right now, Dan? Because
No,
you're pretty
No.
damn.
I'm using this horrible, cheap ass $50 piece of shit.
You can spend $1,000 on a light, Dan. It's not going to help you.
You're just going to look uglier.
What I don't understand is
No,
how do
dude,
you
no,
grow
take-
a Magnum PI
Adam,
tap?
tell
and
me
then
to take
look
that light back.
19?
Take that light back.
Look, what's that? I mean, I don't understand that. You've got like this Magnum Tom Selleck thing on your top lip all of a sudden, and you look about 12.
You know
Oh, somebody else showed up.
you
Oh,
love this
now.
though. You know you love this.
I want to lick it.
So, yeah, I talked to my
Jesus
wife,
Christ,
and
what did I walk into?
I don't know what the hell
Get
Peachy
naked,
just walked
Peachy.
into.
We'll show you.
So, yeah, with the studio, I was supposed to get this built last year, and we had just remodeled our bathroom, which is what she wanted to get done. And we did all that. And then I was like a couple weeks away from us starting this project. And then my house AC crapped the bed, and I had to get a whole new AC system. So I had to push this back a year, and I had to, resave money and all that crap. But yes, so finally finished today. Took 5 days. It's a 8x11 room. And then, y'all saw some of the pictures that I posted, but pretty happy with how it turned out.
Yeah, it's almost a must to have like sort of a dedicated spot to create. I think
Well, it wasn't so much that, but I mean, it was working. I mean, since we've been home with all the quarantine stuff, it hasn't been that big of a deal.
Yeah.
But when it's not, there's a lot of stuff going on. So it's like, right next.
Did you run AC? Did you run AC to that room?
I've got a portable AC unit that's in here, like a floor unit.
Yeah. How's that working?
It works all right. I had to turn it off right now though because it's too loud. So that's the problem for like a long live stream. I can't leave it running for an hour. So yeah, I like in the living room. It was taking up. We have a real big living room. It's like 24 by 28, so it's gigantic. But it was taking up so much space, and then it was basically bookended on both ends by kids' rooms, making noise and all sorts of stuff. It was a nightmare. So it was kind of essential for me to get this built.
Yeah. May have to pipe into that ductwork, man.
Yeah, that would make life a lot easier. My AC can probably support it. I've got a huge 5-ton one. I could probably talk them into.
Yeah, you can support that easily.
Yeah, I could probably talk them into dropping a line in here. That would make life easier.
For sure.
And also, well, I would probably need a return in here too, just so I can lower the humidity because it is humid here more than anything.
Yeah, it's no good with any electronics.
No, but it's okay for right now. So, great. And apparently, Scott's bored over there already.
Oh, well, I mean, I've been
Scott's doing what Scott does. He's fiddling. Scott's over
He
there
was
fiddling.
yawning out loud, and I was yawning.
I'm thinking.
You just didn't shut up again.
Fiddling.
He's trying to figure out whether he needs to get skim milk or 2% tomorrow at the store.
I think we all know that I could probably use as much skim anything as possible. I mean, let's be real here.
Oh, goodness gracious. Y'all ready for tomorrow? There's going to be a lot of excitement tomorrow.
Yeah, I know I'm ready. Like it's always fun to get back in the saddle again. Anytime you get a chance to have a really good battle with anybody, so that's always for me always the most fun part. I love Dobo's work. I love Sean's work. I love Ben's work, of course. It's always fun to have a good conversation with any of those guys. So yeah, I like that stuff.
This is my first time judging, so it's going to be interesting.
It's judging's hard, because. And this is probably what's going to be like tomorrow. If I would take a wild guess, it's like, I mean, we all may talk a bunch of crap to each other and things like that, but we each have enough chops in the particular areas to be able to support a pretty good argument. And when you have two really good arguments, it's hard to pick because
explosive.
A lot of the times, explosive. A lot of time, it's a situation where. When you're judging, you're trying not to, like, this is at least for me, like, I want to judge the basis of the argument contrary to what I actually believe because I have an opinion on whatever the question is. Like Apple versus Android, it's a perfect example. Like I have an opinion on that, but I want the argument to speak for itself on both sides. And that's sometimes really hard to keep your opinion out of the debate.
Well, I'm looking forward to having a go at it from this side versus the contestant side. But Dan and I are at some time during this season going to do the tag team thing. So it'll be interesting to see y'all have a run of it tomorrow to see how that goes, because I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting. None of us has ever done it. Like, I always like to be. I mean, you get to pick your person, but then at that point, I was like, I don't really know what happened, so we'll figure it out.
Yeah, and it was funny because you and I were talking the other day and talking to Mike. Like, you and I were supposed to go head to head tomorrow, but he decided to go ahead and pull a fast one and do the tag team thing. So that's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I guess I'll be going back week to week, back to back. All the big pop
It's
all
really
the
hard to
time.
sustain
Yeah, I
Skip
wonder
Austin. I
wonder why he decided to do that. I wonder why he decided to just go tag team, because he just messaged me out of the blue about it.
I don't know. Maybe he just wants to try and change it up a little bit to get things going. But I know he was
initially, it was supposed to be Ben and I. That's what he. That's what he had said, and then he switched it and said, "No, it's you and Sean and Ben and Scott." And I was like, that doesn't seem fair.
It is. I mean, Ken messaged me and he said, "This isn't even going to be fair." I'm like, I know it's going to be bad.
Who said that?
Dope.
I did. I messaged Adam. I'm like, this is lopsided.
Ben and I had probably one of the most epic battles individually on Saturday Night Tech Fights. It was it went all 5 rounds. I got jobbed in the 5th, which I knocked Ben out. I'm gonna be honest. Like, I knocked Ben out in the 5th round. Like, I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say what it is. I didn't get that, but I did that. And
I'll go back and watch it.
Yeah,
I remember that. I was Scott's little cheerleader doing that.
Yeah.
H-I up. No.
Yeah. And so I got jobbed in the 5th, but at that point, Ben and I said, yeah, we would be partners for tag team, whatever, sign me up. And now it's kind of finally coming to fruition.
I'm going to talk to Mike though and tell him we'll do one like week 4 or 5 or something. So you're not going 2 weeks in a row. People might want to see somebody else. We're already both going to do it tomorrow.
I'm totally fine with that. Like, whatever, I'm flexible. I just love the ideas. Like,
anyway, so you pick whatever week you want.
I'm excited to go against Dobo. I saw him and Sean. Like, whew, that was tough.
I watched.
Sean didn't know what was going on. He was so confused. That
4th round when you pulled out, was it the 4th or 3rd or 4th round when you pulled out the wig? And I was like, what show am I watching?
I think it was the 3rd round. I waited. I was normal with him for a little bit. I was toying with him, but you know what you got to do? You got to sort of wait. You got to wait. You got to pounce when the time is right, and then just hit him when they're not thinking. The camera went off me for a split moment.
Damn,
hit to drop the hammer.
You had it right there beside you, didn't you?
Yeah, I always have all my material right where I can reach it. Yeah. Got to be quick.
So
tomorrow, I don't even know if I'll put pants on for tomorrow. I'm not sure.
I'm not wearing any now.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting tomorrow. And I don't know how he's going to do this because it's like 8 weeks is what the season is or something like that.
Oh, I don't know that.
I don't even know why as creators do we even put up seasons? We don't do that shit. We take like 3 weeks off from making these fucking videos.
Yeah,
like, new season. Like
8 or 9 weeks per season, and then like 2 or 3 weeks.
It's a great way. Like if you sell that to you could sell that to like a company, be like, look, hey, we're already full up in season 2, episode 4. But like, how about you be the sponsor for season 3? Oh, cool. I love the idea of that.
I like it's a lot of fun. I have a good time, even whenever you're not kicking me.
Oh my God.
We cried about that so much. Let me tell you, I'm the only shoulder that he's got, and my shoulder looked like Niagara Falls. He was bitching.
I have a lot of fun.
He hates your gut. I can guarantee.
I know he does not like me. I'm telling you, like,
you are anything, and he's a judge on Saturday. Dobo's won straight away.
That's my thing. Is like everybody, and I was joking around with Ben. I was joking around thinking like people think that I'm joking when I say this. Adam he wants to get me. He wants to get me. And Adrian has already voted that I'm the first one that's getting the music of "Get Out Right Now." Like, guys, I'm not a good partner right now. I could come up with the best argument in the world. I'm still not a good partner.
At the end of the day, fair is fair. I'm not a biased person.
Adam, I gave you $100 in Vegas.
That is true.
Wait a minute. You guys actually have like met face to face?
We were at CES this year together.
Yeah.
We did dinner and we went
ate lots of
gambling.
sushi, went and played roulette.
We were
Man.
yeah.
Dan, the fix is in.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, we already put odds on this fight back in January.
Fix is in. I knew it. You guys have been. I don't
You know,
have a
it was
snowball's
funny, though,
chance.
'cause when
in
we were
hell.
at CS, I didn't really even know who Ken
We
was.
didn't know each other at CES. We only really started we started jiving like that night. We were all drinking and hanging out.
Yeah, I ran into I met Jeff there, and then Jeff had been hanging out a lot with Zach. So like Jeff would call me, and then it would be me and Jeff and Zach, and then like, hey, we're gonna go eat with Dobo. I'm like, what's Dobo? Like, we're gonna go eat some sushi with Dobo. I'm like, all right, whatever. I mean,
What's a
Can I
dobo?
just say that was the most expensive sushi I ever had because of
God,
freaking
it was
Zach?
expensive.
Holy
It was nice, though. I
crap.
mean, it was some really good sushi.
It was good sushi, but Zach's like, and we need this, and we need this, and
Good gosh, I was like, how do you
I'm
order-
looking at Jeff. I'm like, this is going to be expensive as hell, and it was. It was damn.
like normally when sushi is served, they bring it out in like a couple of these little plates. It was like 3 pizza trays. It was just so.
Oh yeah, you guys are boned if you're getting that much sushi.
Oh man, it was like almost a $300 bill, I think, for
Like
sushi.
normally, like I'll order like this roll or that roll. Zach is like ordered like 40 pieces of like individually. He's like, I'm gonna have this one. I'm gonna have 2 of this one. I'm gonna have this one. I'm 4 of this one. And it's just so much sushi was brought to that table. But
I was sweating. I was sweating just like because you know like how when you're eating and you sort of know how much everything's gonna cost and you're like it's okay. Life is good. I know how much this costs. I had no idea, and I'm just thinking to myself, we're at this place. You know where we were at. We were at the Mirage.
no,
it wasn't the
we
Mirage.
were staying at the
It was
Luxor, and we walked over.
so we went to what was the sushi place at? That was what was that place in the end?
Oh, that's Mandalay Bay.
Mandalay Bay. So
Yeah.
you already know you're in for a world of hurt with the price. It was bad. I was like, son of a gun, never will I go out to eat with Zach ever again.
Ice cream truck Carl's here.
Oh, hey up.
So yeah, I mean the sushi was really good though. I mean I liked it a lot, but it was not, and I didn't even get that much. But we did go after that and played in the casino. Actually, I think I won like $150 on the roulette.
Yeah, and he
table.
won. He won everything he spent on the sushi.
Yeah, he won like $300. He won like
Yeah,
a
I'm like,
bunch.
Son of a gun.
I was trying to tell him like, Zach, you're good. Just put
Walk away.
Cash out. You're up.
That was a mess.
It was a ton of fun though. That's why I hope things work out for CES in January and things get better because it is such a good time.
I don't like all the questions they were asking though. Like, sort of makes me like, what would suck is if it's like Disney. You get all the way there and you spent your time on the plane, so you go you rush to check into the hotel and you're waiting outside and it's hot, right?
Yeah.
You get there and you're 99 degrees and they're like, "Go, you can't get in.
You can't play.
You can't play." But you're only 99 degrees because you're rushing around like a nut job trying to get everything done. I mean, I've seen that happen to people. So I hope like this situation sort of like
No jacket, man. I'm gonna
Hey.
shorts and a t-shirt.
yeah, I'm serious, man.
Because
'Cause it gets hot at CES. I was sweating. I always start out with a sweater, and by the end of the day, it's in the bag.
Oh yeah, and then in the afternoon it starts getting cold again at night.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'm full on going though. I get
I'll be
sick
there.
anyways at CES, so I'm okay.
I was surprised I didn't get the CES flu while I was there.
Dude, I was so sick afterwards for 2 weeks.
It's gonna be fun though. I'm sure, of course, there's gonna be a lot of restrictions, but it'll be even better this time because I didn't really know anyone last time I went. So actually knowing people this time, it'll be a lot more fun.
Well, you got to take care of me, so you're gonna have me towing behind you.
Well, you know everybody though.
Yeah, exactly, man.
You know more people than I do.
We get enough people. We get like, you can get like an Airbnb or something.
I put a reservation in already on a room at the Strat.
Oh, you're going to be down at that end of the strip then.
What's that?
You're going to be all the way down there then.
Yeah, they had the best room rates. I was looking I guess like a month ago, and the room rates are already through the roof.
We stayed at the company I work with. We stayed at the Treasure Island, like right next to Mirage.
Treasure Island's cheap right now. You can get a nice room there for like $800-900.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. I mean, to be like right there, wham bam, just go right to CES. I mean, the buses were right there. Even taking an Uber wasn't bad. I'm excited. I hope it happens. I just hope they don't pull the plug last second.
I don't think they'll pull it last second because things are so bad right now that I think it would get pulled before then.
Sure,
it does, but I don't know. I plan on going, so we'll see.
That's my game. Dan, you gonna go?
Yes, definitely, 100%.
Yeah, I think it'd be awesome.
Be a lot of fun. What about you, Peachy? Papa Peachy?
I just spent all of my whatever money
I don't want to hear the excuses.
on my water pressure tank, water pump, and all new piping for my house. So
I
no.
read all about it. Dad tweets for the win. Yes.
So
That does suck colossally, though. That's like my air conditioner
Yeah.
going out last year.
yeah.
That's
It
a lot
sucked.
of work. Yeah.
And so I had to help the guys because of the people who owned the house before us. So in Ohio, of all places, they decided to dig the well 280 feet deep into the ground.
Instead of, don't they normally go like 230, 250?
Well, in Montana, but in Ohio, it's typically like 65 to 80 feet normally. So we're not really entirely sure why they did that. But so the well pump was at the bottom. It was about so they dug the well 280. The well pump was at 210. And we had to pull the well pump out by hand. And rather than using flexible tubing so you could kind of like pull it much easier, they used 1-inch PVC. And it was
PVC for 200 feet.
It was full of water. It was full of water and a 40-pound well pump at the end. That thing was like, it took 2 men just to get it started to move. 2 guys pulling straight up, and then me walking through my yard with my hands above my head trying to keep the pipe moving along. It took 3 grown men to get this pipe fully going.
That's
So
crazy.
Yeah, and then my water is still brown, so whatevs.
Tasty.
Drink it. Drink a bottle of water.
That's what we've been doing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dan, you're in Ohio too, right?
Yeah. I'm like 45 minutes away from Mr.
Is this called Peachy?
Yeah. There's like not really anybody that lives down here in around the Houston area. At least not that I know of. I'm sure there are. YouTubers.
Adrian.
Yeah, she lives here in Houston.
Mhm.
But she's like the only person I know of.
How far is Houston from Austin?
About 3 hours and 15 minutes.
Is that what it is?
hours.
Jesus.
Everything is really far in Texas. I don't know.
Yeah,
if you
I noticed that. I go to Austin for an event that we do in like on the drone scene, and in Austin, like they say, oh, we're having the event in Round Rock. Well, Round Rock is like super far from the airport, and everything is just really far.
Yeah, Round Rock's on like the northeast side.
Yeah, and you gotta take toll roads. The roads don't make sense. They have your highways are toll roads, and your normal. It doesn't make sense. I can't do it.
It's really bad down here because our toll roads are like intermixed with our regular roads.
Yeah,
and then we also have separate roads, so it's all a mess. There's like the main way you go, and then you can like pay to get ahead, like the express lines at Disneyland, where you can bypass traffic, but you got to pay for it.
yeah, it sucks. I mean, I'm so used to, I guess I'm used to the way Florida roads are. Like we have toll roads, but they're clearly marked. Like this is a toll road.
See, ours are not clearly marked, and then they just have signs along the way that say you'll get a ticket in the mail.
What is wrong with Florida drivers? I lived
Maybe
down
what's
there.
wrong with Florida drivers?
Let me just say that I lived in Florida, right up in Pensacola Beach, and whoever
That's not Florida.
that is Florida. It's not South Alabama. Don't lie. It
Florida.
is not Southern Alabama. Before you say it, no, it's not.
It's not Florida.
It's still
That's not
Florida.
What is it?
White Sand Beach.
It's like not Florida. It's
All
like
It's
Pensacola is like Galveston
let me
with
tell
slightly blue water.
people up there. They must use the force when they drive because they don't have their eyes open. I'm telling you.
that's just Floridian drivers in general. You know, we just when we change lanes, we don't use blinkers. We know people are there, so we just best
That's
drivers
why
in the
in
world.
Texas. If
Best
you use a
drivers.
blinker, that means that you want the person to pass you because it doesn't
You
mean
can tell. You can tell when you're driving down the road down here whether or not somebody lives here. If they use a blinker, they're not from here. They're not from here.
The U-turn thing in Florida always gets me because we don't do that in Ohio.
Oh yeah,
don't-
we
do that.
bust out U-turns wherever we want.
Yeah.
we don't do that in Ohio. That's not a. Most of the time, you can't even pull it off because the roads the way they are in Ohio. But
In Chicago, they'll just bust a U-turn right out over a median. I mean, like when I was up there driving, he's like, "Yeah, this is legal." I'm like, "Really? This is amazing." I think it's amazing.
Oh goodness, I've never been to Ohio. I've been to Florida one time. I went to Pensacola in like the year 1998, and that's the only time I've ever been there.
I mean, Ohio's not bad.
It's all right.
It's a state. Like
It's a safe place.
I've never been there.
It's all right.
Not been there.
Me and Ken will hop on a plane, and grab a couple of 40s, and we'll be on our way.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
right. Like I literally can pick you guys up at the airport. I can be at the airport and
That would actually
35
be fun.
minutes.
You know, Dan and I have talked about that, like get together, like have an actual meetup. Because I always say, I want to fly somewhere. I want to, work with other people. Because you get bored, you get complacent in your own place, and a lot of times too is like, yeah, you can do collaborations online, but it's not the same as actually filming in the same spot as somebody else. It's just like it's a good energy. I would do that. I would go up to wherever a lot of people are.
Stay here whenever you want.
yeah, I was
I'll
gonna say in
crash on the
Columbus,
couch,
we
man.
can get Dan to come over from Dayton. I'll
Yep.
be here in Columbus. Josh Smith from Gotta Be Mobile will come down from Findlay. Kev the Tech Ninja will come down from Michigan. Dan and Trenton will come down from Cleveland. Yeah, there's quite a few actually within
Yeah,
a couple
Ohio's got a lot of
hours.
people.
Yeah.
Have a big meetup.
Got to be
Where-
cooler than where I live, anyways.
No.
Yeah.
Jake Paul's from Ohio.
Mm.
I don't know if I want to come back up there
Yeah.
anymore. Peachy just ruined it.
I know. I'm such a ruiner. Ruined
Ruined it.
Ruined.
Ruined it.
Ruins.
Oh goodness gracious.
I'm allowed
Yeah.
to move back to Florida. I'm ready to go.
Dude, the humidity is so bad down here. So
I
bad.
can't do it.
I would-
Bad
I
here.
don't care. It's going to be 97 here, I think, tomorrow or Sunday.
But what's the humidity?
I don't know.
High.
Yeah,
High.
Is it
high.
high?
Yeah, it's high.
Yeah, well,
Okay.
where Ken and I live, it'll still be 90 degrees at night because of the humidity. It's miserable. You walk outside,
It's-
and it's like, why even take a
It's
shower?
it's 76 degrees right now.
I wish I won't see that till November.
So you guys got that Team Pixel invite deal?
Yes.
Oh,
you
you
did.
did. Right?
Yeah, it seems like all of us did.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
First-
waiting.
first time I've ever seen that
email
before.
Thing. I'm hoping something's shipping soon because I do have some other friends who are already on Team Pixel, and they got an email similar to ours, but it was without the introduction shenanigans and just said, give us your shipping information. Basically, like the second half of the email was the same as the one we got.
I mean, what the hell could they be shipping at this point? There's no what products they have on horizon. You think it's a Pixel at this point?
All right. Yeah, with the
It's
four.
gotta be a Pixel. Yeah, I mean they're not sending us a wall charger.
I need a wall charger.
You never know. I mean, they did that last time. And
Yeah, all this hype, and it's like you got a wireless charger.
I mean, maybe Pixel Buds. I
yeah.
don't know. Like, I mean, that's available.
Mhm.
That'd be
I
hype.
think the new phone is imminent.
I also agree with that.
Mhm.
Yeah.
By the way, the Pixel Buds are dope. I
What was
love
your
mine.
deadline, Ken?
What's that?
What was your deadline date to respond by?
Oh man, I responded as soon as he sent it.
Because he
Same.
sent mine, I had 3 days to respond. I had to respond by the 16th, and
You
I
know,
had to respond
I
by
guess
the 13th.
This
Right?
is how bad I am at reading emails. Is like usually if I like the first line, I'm already hook, line, and sinker. What caught me was the email didn't start with "Hello, sir" or "Hello, friend."
Yeah.
Like it didn't start. I'm
Yeah.
like, this is legit. So
Yeah, I
that's-
think I had 5 days, but
yeah.
it was literally like 37 seconds after I
Yeah,
got the
I
email. I was like, yes.
I was just like, not working anymore. Just let me type this out. Just stop speaking to me, people. And they were like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm just responding. Just go away.
Like they just got invited to pick up.
Yeah. Everyone's like, what do you mean, Pixel?
Be happy for me. This is a big deal.
So my kids were like mind blown. Like I walked in there and I was like, so guess what? They're like, what? I'm like, no, nothing. I just got an invitation to join Team Pixel. They're
Oh,
like,
he needed to know by July 20th.
they're like, no, you're gonna be working with Pixel. I'm like, yep. It's like all you schmucks, I'll remember you later.
I love getting those emails from like random people like, hello, YouTuber. I would love if you did this thing. No, I don't want to do the thing.
Yeah,
The ones
wanna
that
do
are
the
really
thing.
annoying lately are all the ones for like dog grooming kits and like hair clippers and stuff. It's like, leave me alone.
yeah.
Send me this crap.
Did you get the email from the girl called Fanny in England? Obviously, that's a scam because there is not one person, female, in England called Fanny. Because you all know what a fanny is in England, right?
Yes.
So that's that. I felt like replying to her saying, "Sweetheart, just change your name and just try again because nobody in England is called Fanny." See you next Tuesday, idiot.
Wow. Aggressive.
What? Confusing, non-technical. Come on now.
Aggressive.
Yeah, I've had so many. It's been unbelievable the last couple of months, the amount of these garbage emails that I keep getting. They all start off with "Hello, dear. Hello, dear. Hello,
Right,
friend."
right. And then they want to send you something, and then once you agree to have it sent, they want you to purchase it for a refund.
Yeah.
And I'll tell them straight away. I'm like,
Right.
I'm reporting you to Amazon,
That's right.
and they freak out when you say that.
Oh, I have to try that. I don't say. Well, I didn't say anything. I just delete them most of the time. But I had one the other day. It was actually a reputable company, and they pissed me off. They sent me a thing like, "Here, we want you to review our $50 smartwatch fitness tracker." And I'm like, "No, I'm not reviewing that Fisher Price piece of trash." So I was like, "I don't really do smartwatches, but I do want to review your phone." And they're like, "Well, review the watch first, and then we'll send you the phone." I'm like,
No.
"No."
I
No,
tell
that's
them
not
I
how
don't
it
like.
goes.
You don't have leverage with me.
And so I told him, I said, "Look, like I'll review the phone, or maybe we can work together sometime in the future, but I'm not reviewing the watch." And they're like, "Okay, we'll send you the phone." And go ahead.
Was that TicWatch?
No, it's Umidigi.
Umidigi, okay.
So then they send me a link. They send me like a code so I can get the phone. And the phone that we were talking about was the S5 Pro, and they have like this A7 or something that came out. So I go in, I go to the S5 Pro, and I type the code in, and like code doesn't work. So I emailed them back. I'm like, "Hey, this code's not working," because that was the only phone we had mentioned. Like from email one, I want to review the S5 Pro, and I put the key in, didn't work. So then they're like, "Oh, well, here's the link." So I clicked on the link to it. It goes to the A7, which is like the $179 phone, which we hadn't even discussed. So I was like, "I think you sent me the wrong link. It's supposed to be the S5." She's like, "Oh, I thought you wanted to review this one." I said, "Never was that ever a topic of conversation. No, we're not working together."
Yeah, they play games. Even people that want to do sponsor videos, like I had NordPass reach out to me. They want to do a video, so I agreed, and we agreed on a set price for however many videos. And I did the first one, and she emails me the next morning. She goes, "Hey Ken, we saw your video, but you have some outdated assets, and we need to approve your integration." And I said, "Fuck you!
Oh,
You're
no.
not approving anything." I said,
No.
Video." I said, "I'm doing it exactly how I want." And I said, "Your ads will not monopolize my video." I said, "It's done my way, or you can pound salt, and I keep your money." So she's like, "All right, we trust you." We'll leave it." She backed off like almost immediately.
Well, that's the thing. If you're going to reach out to a creator and you want them to do something, and you have stuff already that you have planned on doing, or you've already worked out, you can't come back later and be like, "Oh no." Anytime I see an email that has anything to do with their oversight, their approval, their nothing, it's like instant.
Nope.
Yeah, that wasn't even part of the deal. And she's like they think because we pay up front. I don't care. I don't have to work with you again. I don't care. I just did it because it was a good way that I can still curse in my videos and not worry about getting the yellow check mark anymore. So I was like, that works out for me. But she was like, she wanted to approve it. I'm like, as soon as she said that, I lost my mind.
I've had two before where I've walked away and they sent me like an email saying, "Hey, we want to collaborate." I'm like, "Sure, okay, I'll go ahead. I'll review this product for you. Here's my address." Get through all this process, and then they're like, "Okay, here, we're going to send it out to you tomorrow, but here, we need you to go ahead and sign this agreement first." I'm like, "Absolutely not. I'm not signing anything. Goodbye."
There's only a couple of companies that I've done that for, and it's the ones that I've physically met in person at CES that I know why they have you sign like an NDA essentially, because they don't want you to release a video before the product's publicly available. Okay, I can understand that type of
yeah. I don't have a problem with an NDA up front, especially when it's a embargoed product. But when the product is already on the market, we agree to something, and then you tell me after you say I'm going to ship it out tomorrow, we need you to sign this.
Yeah, I know.
Absolutely not.
That's no dice. I
Uh-huh.
can't deal with that. I don't play with them on that. I think it's silly. But they always do that underhanded stuff, it seems. And it's always the same types of companies that do it. It sucks.
I've whittled down a lot of
understand.
companies that I don't really work with anymore because I've kind of streamlined things a little bit more than they were over like the last 6 to 12 months. But yeah, you still get some every once in a while that are screwy.
It sucks taking on reviews because then like they hound you with these endless emails and it's like this unnecessary pressure that you feel like you have to. And if I'm not really 100% interested in something I'm reviewing, I almost don't even want to take it on anymore. I say no, even though it sounds cool. Like I'm like, man, I sort of want that, but I don't want it enough to make a video about it.
Too.
Uh-huh.
I have the record for me was I got this product in the mail, and then 3 days later they were asking me where my review was. I was like,
Guys, like that's not even close to actually being able to review
Yeah,
this
that's not even a review. That's
anywhere.
not even a first impression, really.
Yeah.
That's
yeah, it's
crazy.
like, are you kidding me?
I
can-
usually say something along the lines of like, once I get the product, then you have to give me 4 weeks with the product before I even think about making a review on it.
I'm
Yeah,
to the point
usually-
now. I don't even promise them a video. I'm like, I'll look at it, but there's no promise I'll make a video. If it's cool and I like it, I'll make it because otherwise I'm just going to trash you.
I had the only one that there's like 2 or 3 that I've got products where I haven't reviewed them, and one of them annoyed me because I wasn't supposed to get it. They said, "Here, we're going to send you this mouse and keyboard combo," and I said, "Okay, cool." And then they emailed me back and said, "Well, we only have the mouse right now, not the keyboard." I'm like, "Well, I told you I will do both of them. I'm not doing them separately." So we didn't talk after that, and then like 2 or 3 days later, they send me the mouse anyway, and I'm like, "No." You're not sending me the keyboards. Not what we agreed to. And after I told you no, you mailed this to me anyway. So no.
I
Forget
just ignore it. Send him the spam at that point.
it. Yeah. And Dan is not talking very much tonight.
Well, it's because you won't shut up. That's why you just
No, Ken is talking.
like like
I'm
Yeah.
gonna jump off, Dan. You can take my spot. My camera's
Oh.
about to die, so
thanks, Scott. Yeah.
Well, I hope your camera's charged for tomorrow.
I gotta charge up my batteries. Don't worry about it. I got it.
You know, if any batteries, if Carl's still here, I think he makes them for his devices that he manufactures.
GG is always team gel. Team gel. Hawk is looking good. I actually cut straightened up my hair today.
Me too.
Good.
Well, I love my hair.
Dan, when you come back to Columbus, will you text me?
Yes.
Okay.
I thought y'all were supposed to get up that one day after his
I
cold
was
weather.
I was ready.
See, I didn't expect to go to that first appointment to see the rheumatologist. Then he sent me up to Dublin to get 9 X-rays, and then I had to go somewhere else, and then I had to be back at 4 o'clock for the boy. So it just didn't.
Why
work.
did they send you to a proctologist though to get checked for rheumatoid?
To see if they could find your brain in my ass.
So aggressive. I love it. Can't wait till tomorrow. All right, y'all. Be good. I'll see you
Thanks,
guys
Scott.
later.
See you later.
Bye.
Zyra Pierce, have you had any more emails from her?
This is the 11th email.
Oh no, she's not. Penelope Lewis has took over now, and she's reaching out to me because Zyra couldn't get through to us, so they wondered if there was an issue with Zyra's email.
Sometimes I wonder where they get our emails from. I mean, I know that mine's on my Twitter profile, but
You have
I
it on
don't
your
know.
channel, Adam?
Huh?
You have it on your channel?
Yeah, it's on there, but the
Like
thing
mine
that-
says a link. Mine says like they can click on it, and then I have a website they can go to and get it.
how do you do that? I just have mine in the description and like in the drop down.
No. There's a spot where you can put your email where it's like they have to.
Yeah.
Yeah, because if you put it in your description,
Oh
like,
yeah, if they go to the
bots-
channel, they've got the link they can click on. Yeah,
Yeah,
mine does that.
I took mine out of the description because what was happening was I was getting like a lot of bot spam because that's what they do. They scan it for your email. So if you put it in that clickable, that hide box, they have to click it. Somebody real has to click on that and select it.
Oh, okay. I do get a lot of emails, but they're all from like BlackBerry fans wanting to ask me how to help them fix their phone or whether they should buy phone A or B. And I don't mind that.
You're like the king of BlackBerry, man.
I like to make myself available because there's a lot of problems with a lot of these older phones, or like I had to make a whole video because BlackBerry decided they were going to like transition something with their marketplace for their 8-year-old phones, and if you didn't update by like that night, then you were going to lose it. So I get a lot of people asking questions. I make videos on some stuff, but I've been a BlackBerry person for like 15 years now.
Well, you know what? One good thing, Dan, you'll never have to worry about people asking you for help. You're an asshole.
Fuck you, Ken.
Oh, that's great.
I'm proud to be an asshole. All right,
I know you
got
are.
that
You
badge
wear it so well. You wear it so well.
like a big donut on my chest. I love being an asshole. So whatever.
It's not the only thing on your chest in Cleveland.
Dude, you wear move stuff. I don't want to hear it. You shop at Victor's Secret for your clothes, you weirdo.
Victor Secret?
Yeah,
Did you say
Victor's Secret.
Victor?
Yeah.
He makes fun because I have these.
These
I
little
wear
shirts, you know.
white V-neck
Did he say
t-shirt.
Victor? Did he
Yeah.
say Victor or Victoria?
I said
Victor.
Victor, the man's version of it.
Oh, I didn't know. Like, is that like a thing though?
No, he made it up.
I made it
Oh,
up because
okay.
he wears plunge tops and shows his cleavage all the time.
Oh, I was gonna say if they had a Victor Secret, I mean, I can go for some man thongs.
No, see these white V-neck T-shirts I wear as undershirts, but since I'm at home, I wear them at home when I don't go anywhere.
All right. I have seen you out of the house, I don't know how many times, wearing your V-neck plunge top.
Who cares? It's a shirt.
You do, obviously, because you just lied about it, you bullshitter.
No, I don't wear them out in public because my wife doesn't let me wear them out in public. If I go out by myself to go pick up food or something, I might.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear a word of that.
I wear these when I go out in public. They're very comfortable.
Okay.
And I have a whole drawer full of them because I have to wear them with my work shirts.
Did you just say you'd be down for some man thongs from Victor's Secrets, Ken?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
Thongs are comfortable, man. Like legitimately, I feel like fast. If you have a thong on, you're fast, man.
Built for speed.
Yes, yes.
I
I mean,
can
there's
tell.
nothing better than a little butt floss.
I could wear Y fronts on my fat ass and they'd look like a thong. So, a thong on me would be like flossing teeth.
I
I
mean,
don't,
if you get the man thongs that have the proper support, I mean, there's nothing better.
I didn't know such things existed.
Oh, they have man thongs.
they got to have a pouch for the nuts, sure.
Yeah, they gotta have a couch. I'm telling you. If a company came to me and said, "Hey, we're gonna sponsor a video, we got man thongs," I'd be down.
You would be down for anything.
I'd
be
be that as well, because I don't care. I'm one of them weird guys. I walk outside of my underwear. I don't care. Right outside the front of my house, go and put the trash in. the
Like
bin.
with a robe
Oh,
on.
that's dude. I'm the same
with my
way.
boxer shorts and socks.
I'm
Are you
the
talking
same
like
way.
Uncle Eddie from vacation movies?
I'm kind of that way. Yeah, I don't
Pretty
care.
much, man. I was outside the other day. I was ripping around the property with my 3-inch. I mean, just ripping, doing like 40 miles an hour. And neighbors like, "You in your underwear?" I had my goggles on. I'm like, "Yeah." I mean,
Don't be ashamed, even if you're big and
No.
round like me. It's more to show. That's all it is. I don't care.
it's usually like that on like Thursday morning is the roughest day for me because that's usually after a show. I'm already hungover. So
Yeah, because your show's on Wednesday night too, huh?
yeah.
What time is your show? Because Dan and I,
What? Mine goes at 9 to 10, sometimes a little bit more. It depends on how many drinks I have. But it's been doing pretty good. Honestly, people, I think, like I stopped live streaming for a while because like, everybody's like, "Oh, if you live stream the algorithm, the blah, 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 blah," like these fucking idiots. Like, shut up. That's not true. That's not it. Because I think now like YouTube promotes the live streams just like they do anything else, right? Because you have more people that are home. They want entertainment. They want real-time interaction. So why suppress that, right? Because I see live streams doing so much better than they ever have before. So I find that that's all a farce. Like everybody who is claiming that.
I don't know. I mean, live streams from what I've seen don't typically do as good as regular videos because they don't have the wide range of appeal. But like, Dan and I occasionally will have some like around 300 and that's a good one for us, but we don't get high volume traffic.
What I found was I title it just like I would a normal video. I have like a series, Drone Brews. I title it like a normal video. I do all my tagging like a normal video. I have a topic. I try to stay on topic like a normal video. and then the debauchery starts. Do live call-ins, do drinks. I mean, this past week we spilled beer in the eyes. That was great.
Oh, I saw that. That clip was hilarious.
I mean, so I think people come around for that. The one day, I don't know, like lately we've been averaging about 220 people in the chat every video.
God, that's ridiculous.
I know, and I'm like, and at first I was like, how is this even happening? What the hell? But I was like, maybe it's just an anomaly, but it's every single Wednesday, and these people are diehard. They're all drinking. They're like, yeah, we got our beer in our hand. Let's fucking do this. They're ready to kick the door in. Their wife comes in the room. They're like, get out of here. It's Drone Brews. So, I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy.
We got to come hang out on your show one night after our show.
Yeah, man, you guys should stop on in. I mean, I don't use StreamYards. I use Skype to pull all the guests in. Sometimes the audio is a hot mess, but you know, it works out.
I'll go pick up some sushi and a couple bottles of Kirin.
Yeah, man.
And I'll be
love to have people come through.
I'm not allowed one sip of alcohol anymore.
Really? That's a shame. I'll drink it on your behalf.
Thank you, Ken. Thank you.
I'll drink on your behalf.
Thank
I mean,
you.
it's sad that you can't drink like that.
I know, not anymore. Nothing.
I drink maybe only 2 or 3 times a year because I can't either. So,
I mean, I drink maybe 2 or 3, 4, maybe 5 times a week. But I mean, usually I try to limit when I drink. I try to drink after 10 a.m. on the weekdays, after 9 a.m. On the weekends. Just like, I try to exhibit a little bit of self-control, and I try not to have more than 2 beers before 12 o'clock. I know some people are like, oh, that sounds like you're an alcoholic. I mean, it could be, but I don't know.
you're not drinking the 8 hours a day that you're sleeping. I mean,
Exactly.
come on.
Exactly. I try to, like, I had a guy email me. He's like, I'm really concerned about how much you're drinking. And I sent him my PO box and I said, well, if you can please send me more alcohol. He's like, you can't do that. That's regulated by the ATF. I'm like, so are you going to send it or are they going to send it? That was my response. He lost his mind.
You know, I have not had a drink since we were in Las Vegas at CES.
Wow. Long overdue.
Oh yeah, I'll make an exception when we're back in Vegas, and I've got a bottle of champagne that's been in our refrigerator for like 8 months. Maybe I'll open that up tomorrow to celebrate the studio. But no, I can't ever really drink.
Maybe we should rent a car and I'll be the designated driver then.
You'll rent a car in Vegas though.
You know,
I mean, I'll probably rent a car. I don't
I Ubered everywhere.
actually no. I'll probably just Uber everywhere again.
I found like Uber to drive in Vegas. It's like I've driven in New York, I've driven in Los Angeles, but Vegas is a whole nother animal. Like I don't want to contend with
It's
that.
ridiculous.
in Turkey, all right, on the south coast of Turkey, them crazy bastards have these little mopeds, and they've got literally a gas bottle that you would use on your grill strapped to the back of it to make it go.
Bro, let me tell you, we were walking on the sidewalk in Vegas one night, and there was a chick. They were in a Lambo. She's doing a line of cocaine off of a guy's crotch.
Was
I
it
shit you
shit?
not. They were right next to me at the stoplight, and I'm looking in, and I can't help but watch this as it's happening. And I tap Zach. I'm like, "Are you seeing this? Oh my god, this is the most Vegas thing you've ever seen." And he's like, "We're both like this, like I'm just like flabbergasted at what I'm seeing, and it's literally happened." I'm like, "This is Las Vegas. This is Vegas. This is what you come here for: the debauchery, the crime, the Lambos." I mean, it was just amazing. It was
See,
like,
man,
I had a really good time there, but
it's minis. So that's what you get there. Women sniffing stuff off people's balls in little minis. So
I mean, it was good. It was good. I firmly appreciated my time there.
I had a blast, and you can't really drive there. The thing is you're always constantly at one venue or another venue, and there's no parking there. It's not like you can just drive
and
your
you're
car to
flip
park.
flop and you're taking buses and everything. I don't know how it'd be this time. I was last year alone. I was in Vegas 5 different times for events, and but every time I went, it was a new experience.
That's
Like, they had this thing called edibles. They were
Yeah, they do.
amazing.
I've never tried any of those things, but they do have them
Holy
there.
crap! I had an out of body experience, man. I was like, whoa, where am I? It was crazy. It was crazy.
Yeah, you can go. It's like Denver. You can go buy that crap on like all over the place.
Yeah. And then I had pizza. I was like, shit. We went. So the guy that owns the drone company I work with, he's like, we went downstairs and we were gambling, and we came down the next morning and they were like, "You son of a bitches didn't use your players cards." And we're like, "What are you talking about?" And we went back to the hotel room, and apparently we were playing Wheel of Fortune, and he had like vouchers for like thousands of dollars, and he never used his players card. And I'm like, Oh my God, this is amazing. We had a good time. That was the best CES ever.
I
That really was.
It's the only time I've been, and it was such a good time that since the day I left, I've been looking forward to this upcoming one.
I was looking forward to NAB.
Which one?
NAB. That was the one that was supposed to happen. Remember NAB? That's like more for the camera and filmmaking side of things.
Oh yeah.
And then they canceled it. I was all gun ho on going, and then like right before, like 2 weeks before, they're like, "Yeah, it's not happening." I'm like, "Well, shit."
CES is the biggest electronic show in the world, and see, the thing is, they're like businesses thrive on this environment. I mean, maybe if they had some more lead time, like 2 or 3 years or something to try and set it up, but to try and change the entire industry in 1 year, when 6 months after CES, they're finally trickling some of the products out from the last one. Like they have to meet in person. They have to be able to get these contracts, do business, get everybody there in the same place so they can market this stuff and set up all their stuff for the year. I mean, it's big. Like it's great for us from like a content creator perspective to go and to enjoy all the eyewash on everything. But for people who are actually there in an industry capacity, it's super important for what they do.
Right. Well, I mean, and I think what the biggest thing too that most don't realize is that, we feed the hype beast, right? You're, as a creator, you're providing these companies like all this free marketing, all this free advertisement, right? And yeah, I mean, they spend money to be here, but they're also banking on the fact that the influencers or anybody really in the industry, no matter what you do, is going to take that information that they're providing there and push it out to whatever, capacity that we have available to us. So it's like one hand washes the other. Yeah. And obviously, there's people that are there that work for distributors, and they're going to be buying things and, trying to strike deals with these companies that maybe they didn't know existed or they sprung up out of nowhere. So, that's the other reason why I think we will see it this year. I think we will see a CES.
I don't think they'll stop it.
No, it's too big of a train. And my thing, not to really sound political, I think after November, all this shit's going to die down. That's my thought process on this.
Probably.
If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I'm, right, whatever.
The thing is until, I don't want to talk about this conversation too long because it's depressing enough already, but until they find a vaccine, we have to find a way to live.
Right, exactly. You got to push forward.
So, and I understand what they're doing, and I have a lot of thoughts and I have a lot of concerns about things, but ultimately, this is not going away. So we have to find a way to work around it. So obviously,
it's never going to go away either. That's the other thing. So,
I think though, if we do go see a CES, I think we'll see a lot of people that were from overseas not there this year because of restrictions.
And I wouldn't be
wrong. It'll be wrong. So we'll probably see a little bit more representation from our side versus the reps that are actually at the manufacturing plants that are seeing the day-to-day procedures. So it'll be a whole different landscape, I think, than what we've seen previously.
Oh yeah, like if you, let's say, have Samsung, you're going to have all the Samsung America people there instead of the people from Samsung UK, Samsung Korea, Samsung everywhere else. So they're still going to have it. I'm pretty confident it's going to happen. But with what's going on, I would feel more comfortable, of course, if they have the temperature checking stations, like you said. We're all going to be packed in like rats anyway. You're going to be walking around 50 miles an hour. People are going to have elevated temperatures, so they might have to push that up by like a degree just to make sure.
Yeah, give it like a little headroom or something.
Where obviously you don't have a fever, or just go stand over on the side for 20 minutes, cool off, and come back. But I think that it's going to be. I think it's still going to happen, and they may have some sort of restrictions. Like I said, I already reserved my room, so y'all both want to crash on the couch, whatever. I got a suite already at the Strat set up, but
I think you'll find that a lot of rooms this year are pretty much cheaper than they are, were.
Actually, this one's more expensive than when I booked last year.
Really? That's odd.
I booked about the same time last year. I got my room at the Luxor. I was paying like $60 a night because I got lucky on that one. And
that's really lucky. We stayed there for our anniversary last year, and it was okay.
It wasn't bad. And then I stayed at the Golden Nugget like 3 nights, and that was like $100 and something a night. But even looking at them now, like the Luxor rooms are already like $189 a night.
My thing is, I don't want to stay in Vegas for anything more than 3 days. More than 3 days for me is almost too much. Like day one, I like to acclimate, film, get like go crazy on the floor, film as much as I can. Day two, sort of see the details of things. Day three, just sort of screw off and do whatever I want, and then fly out either super late that night so I can take the red eye, or fly out really early in the morning.
See what I'm doing, because it depends on how many of those pressers that I get invited to. And once you get registered, you get tons and tons of emails. You get all these invitations for stuff. So once I got registered, I'd already set mine up, and I was going to go for 4 days, but actually I ended up extending it for like to stay 5 or 6. This time, it'll depend on what's going on. Like if I get a bunch of invitations to these things, because they like to hand out free stuff, promo stuff, you can get early items on things. So if I get any substantial ones, see, I've got my reservation for like 6 days now, like land from start to finish 6 days. But if it looks like garbage, then I can always cut it back.
I think it's like, for me, it's like so small though. Like with the drone scene, it's like we got like maybe 10 or 11 people that we need to see, and then we're done. And then the rest of the time, I'm just screwed up.
Does it open up at a certain time registration? Is it something?
Yeah, so
September usually.
you can get the creator badge. You can get the creator badge, and you can actually go in before everybody else, which is pretty nice. So you can sort of walk around the show floor with limited traffic.
Yeah. See, I didn't. I went last time as media. I didn't go as influencer, because when I registered, they didn't have it yet, and I was still affiliated with the Mobile Nations people, so they got me in. And then after I'd already registered, they'd lowered the requirements because so many people were.
Yeah, I went and re-registered. I was the same way. I was affiliated with DroneWorks, and I couldn't get in early. So I went over to the booth, that little thing, and I was like, hey, I want to re-register as an influencer. And they're like, well, we need credentials and blah, blah. I said, well, here's everything you need. She was like, oh, yeah, you hit the requirements. Let's just fill this out. And I explained to her why I wanted to do it. And she was like, yeah, it's fine.
I didn't realize that you could change till like the last day I was there. And I was like, oh, I wish I could have changed, because it was so awkward for me walking around with my thing saying Mobile Nations on it, going and talking to people. I'm like, yeah, I'm here with Mobile Nations, but I'm here for my channel as well.
Mm-hmm.
So like, oh, okay. But I did make a lot of connections. Like, had I not gone, I wouldn't be working with Jabra. I wouldn't have worked with LG. I wouldn't be working with Panasonic. There's like a lot of brands that I went and I met, because it's so hard to try and get past these PR email boxes that have 1 million people sending them all emails all the time.
Right.
So
that's the sucky thing about all this.
Being able to walk around and see, you're there for drone stuff. I mean, I cover like everything. I cover earbuds. I cover smart home, whatever. I was like a kid in a candy shop. I just walked over to everyone. So
I'm so dialed down into this niche. I want to broaden it a little bit, like just step out, like more camera filmmaking stuff. Not so much the phone side, because I think the phone side, it's like such a rat race. Like you either hit your stride early or you don't, It's
really difficult because it's crazy saturated. And
it is.
The thing, even now, I've been experimenting with some stuff because I felt like the algorithms kind of adjusted a little bit here recently. At least that's my thoughts. But I've been trying some other stuff to see if it gets any traction, because I review so many things, and some of it's done all right, but some of it's just complete flop. Like it's hard.
It's hit or miss as to what works. I mean, sometimes I swing and miss, initially. But then later on down the road, it's like I call them slow burners. All of a sudden, like they gain traction. It's like I'm like, all right, well, that sort of feels good. I'll try to repeat something.
Nope,
that never catches again.
I'm in a place. Like I've got one. I reviewed these Soundcore Neo earbuds last summer, about a year ago, and initially they started off maybe got like 1,000, 1,200 views, and I was like, okay, well, that was good for me back then, and I didn't pay attention to it until around the holiday season. And then all of a sudden I looked, my views were up, and I was looking at some videos and it was at like 16,000. I'm like, oh wow, that's great. Because that was one of the biggest ones I had at that time. Now flash forward, it took off again. And here we are like a year later, and like a month or two ago, it's like 95,000 or something, or 85,000. So that was great, but it came out of nowhere. So that's what's great when you have a huge library of content. Like anything could turn on at any time. Like you never know.
Yeah, I mean, I never discount anything when it comes to filming. I mean, shit, Dan, look at your shit lately, man. It's just fucking popping off, dude.
I don't know. Some of it has, and some of it hasn't. It's weird, man. One I'll get a couple of thousand or a few thousand, and then the next one I'll get 10, 100. You know, it's like, really, what's going on? I don't know.
There's no rhyme or reason to half of it.
No.
There really isn't, man.
It shows
It
it's
sucks.
that HP laptop I've got. I put it on Twitter today from 2 years ago, and it's not even a review. It was like an unboxing of this boring 17-inch Envy laptop, and it's still in my top 5 most viewed videos every week. It's like 130,000 views on it, and it's nothing. It's a nothing video. It's like,
That's incredible, man.
yeah, it's crazy why, and they still keep going. You can't even buy the laptop anymore. I must answer 20, 30 questions a week about this laptop.
Yeah, I had a bunch of them that were running for months, and now they slowed down. So my views have gone down. Like April, May, and like early June, I was floating like 800,000 views a month, and now I'm down to like 400,000, which is twice as what it was back in like January at like the peak of my channel. So I'm still crazy happy about it, but a lot of my videos that were doing good.
That's my issue. I'd only do one video a week at the moment, and I have been for a while. So
See, it's like for mine is it's such a niche that I just, if I could break out of that, it'd be a little bit broader, but I'm noticing that it's too narrow.
You could try and make another channel if you want to deal with 2 channels, but I don't want to deal with 2 channels.
I don't want to deal so a friend of mine once told me that, you know, if you split your eggs and you have like too much going on, you're not going to put your best foot forward on either.
It's too much.
Have like one foot in, one foot out. So like people are like, oh, start a second channel. And I'm like, no, I feel like that's stupid to me, because I feel like I should be able to do whatever I want, and either people are going to rock with me or they're not. And I do that now. Like I'll do vlogs and they'll do okay, which is better than they've done like when I tried to do this like 2 years ago. So, I mean, people watch it. I mean, sometimes you strike gold and sometimes you don't. I mean, it's just, you got to keep swinging. That's
YouTube exploded really quick though as well. I seem to remember both of you just went bang all of a sudden.
Dude, it came out of nowhere, man. Like nowhere. It just blew up. Like I've seen, you know, I've been at this since 2012, but I've changed gears a couple of times, and then I just never uploaded and just didn't care. And then 2 years ago, I was like, it was matter of fact, you know what changed my mind about it all was remember when they changed the monetization for YouTube?
Yeah.
And Prosser put out this video where he was sort of being a dick about it, right? Like, no, you're not entitled to anything. Well, that's sort of like got the wheels turning, like, you know what? Fuck this guy. I'm going to show him. And you start cranking away, and next thing you know, it's like things start clicking.
Mm-hmm.
But the less I started caring, the better it got, I think.
Yeah, I have found that the less I care about things, the more enjoyable my YouTube experience is. And it's like the more that
people see that.
The more that you,
I think people see that, like, you know, you're not trying too hard. This is just you. That's just you. And people connect with that better.
And it's taken time to get there, because like, you know, the first year and a half, I just like, you couldn't even see me. It was just my hands. And then finally, you know, getting on the camera, and then everything sucks. So it's like, all right, new camera, phone, new mic, new all this stuff. And it's like, this has been like a progression for the last year and a half. But yeah, trying to be you and then just not caring about stuff as much. Like some people say, okay, look, I record a video, I push it out, and then I just put my phone down. Like, I don't even look at it for like a day. And it's like,
I can't do that.
Yeah, I look at it all the time. And
I'm curious, and I feel like I have to respond to people.
Even the TikTokers, I can't help it. I'm like you. I cannot help myself.
I like, and it's funny, I don't want to say it, but my company put out like a social media policy today, and there's like, oh, you can't bully, you can't do this, you can't do that. I'm like, I check like at least 4 or 5 of these boxes. So I texted my boss. I said, am I at any jeopardy of losing my job? And he's like, no. He goes, we watch your content. He goes, you're fine. He goes, you're fine.
I like to respond to the comments because I feel like I have an audience that wants my opinion on things. Like they watch my videos and like, here, what about this? What about that? What about that? If it's a thoughtful or a legitimate question, I'll answer them all day long. And then, you know, every once in a while you get the dirt bags, and you're like, you know, I love it when they give you like this really long message, and you're like, oh, that must have sucked taking so long to type that, and then you just delete it.
Didn't read it.
Oh, I nailed the dude the one day.
That was, you did.
Dude, I nailed him with the Slim Shady quote, and I spent way too long on that quote, dude. Way too long. I
that
nailed
guy
him.
today.
But did you see his response? He responded back.
Did he respond? I didn't see that.
Yeah, he flipped. He flipped on me.
I saw the guy that you called Karen today. Now he had a little mini breakdown.
Oh,
there.
he had and that was my one and only response to him was that. And it was after calling him a Karen, he just lost his mind. He must have commented on like 14 videos while I woke up this morning. I wasn't mad because that means he watched every one of those videos.
Yeah, you
Something
got
close to it.
All that watch time.
It was crazy.
Well, I hate to do this, guys. I have to wrap up here in a second.
Yeah.
I'm sweating to death in here since I've had the AC off for the last hour, so people can.
Dude, you're gonna have to get
I'm
it.
gonna have to, yeah.
I'm gonna buy a little portable unit though, just to enhance this, because there are times where I'm working and editing. It gets so hot with the computer and everything in here, it's miserable.
Like, this is okay, but it needs to be on all the time, and that's the problem. Is it's so loud. It's fine if I need to turn it off for 20 or 30 minutes so I can do something, but it's just too loud for me to like sit here for an hour and it's like 85 degrees in here right now.
Well, unless you ran a duck from that into the office.
I got in mine because I'm sat in the garage too, and we have a floor vent right near the garage door that's next to the house. So we just took a duct and piped it through the wall, basically, from that one vent, and then put a box over it.
What I did with this one, just so I can like get the heat out of here, because these things produce a lot of heat. I got the hose, we put a hole through the wall and vented it out and put it out the side of the house, just like a dryer vent.
Mm-hmm.
So it's fine in that regard. But the thing is, it's not that it doesn't get cool enough. It's just the noise. So
I have a fan in front of mine now, but I don't think you can hear it.
Honestly, I may put a window unit in my office.
I'm gonna turn this on. Y'all tell me how loud it is. Here on y'all's end. Is that loud?
Yeah.
well, hang on a second. But we're doing a stream. Let me hear it.
It's on right now.
Oh, I can't hear it
now. I can't hear it now.
No, I can hear it when you first put it on.
And here's the reality: when you're filming, most of the time, anyways, you should be using noise reduction. You'll be able to take out that lower frequency anyhow.
I'm not that good with it yet. I haven't got into messing with a lot of the sound stuff. Like,
what are you editing with?
I just started using Final Cut Pro when I got my MacBook like a month and a half ago.
I mean, I know it sucks to do it, but Adobe Audition, I used to like be so fearful of it, but now I'm like, I can't not use anything else just to clean up the audio and get it to, a workable state. It takes like 2 minutes of time to clean up your audio and suppress some of that noise. And it's like, it makes a big difference.
I need to do that. I need to learn how to do that. Matter of fact.
Tut Vids, look up TUT Vids. And he did this whole video on it. And that's what I've based my tweaks off of for my voice. And I think it works really well. It was super easy to do. Make a preset and just let it run every time.
Oh, and that's something you do separately, like you do?
Yeah. So I'll fill my audio. So my audio comes in through my condenser mic. It's synced to the audio. I'll bring it over into Audition, and it'll go. I mean, now here's where the only way you cannot fix audio in Adobe or any software, period, like you're totally screwed, is if you sound like Dan. There's nothing you can use to fix that.
So yeah, I'll give it a whirl.
You can hit it with a hammer; it's not going to change.
I'm really, really trying to improve a lot of stuff. I've spent a lot of time and effort over like the last 6 months, like redoing stuff on my channel and trying to make things better. So like I've got nice Yeti condenser mic now. I've got better light setup.
What is he doing, dude?
I don't know what he's doing.
I don't know what he's doing. I hit him with another jab, and he's. Yeah.
I don't know. I'll check my DMs later.
Have you ever? Did you see the post that I put on where I was showing men nuts?
Do you want to see what I have Dan in my phone as? Because he just texted me. I'll show you this. This is great.
Cool.
If I.
You know what you're still listed as? 10 free skins Dobo.
Oh, goodness gracious.
All right, man. Adam, I'll let you jet. I am going to get off myself and get some sleep. Gentlemen, always a pleasure to hang out with you.
Yeah, great time, guys. thanks a lot for everybody who showed up. Thanks, Ken, and we'll see y'all again next week.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, see you tomorrow's fight. Yeah, tomorrow, Saturday Night Tech Fight. Make sure you check that out. Tech King Mike. You'll see stuff on the Twitters about it. If you're following most of us, it'll be a good time. And thanks a lot for coming to hang out. Hopefully, I'll enjoy this tonight. I know it got a little more lively here towards like the second half of the show. So hopefully, next week will be more fun too, and we'll give it a whirl. But yeah, so thanks a lot, everybody, and hope you'll have a wonderful weekend. And we'll see y'all later.
See you Wednesday.
And yeah, we'll see y'all Wednesday for our show.
Mhm.
Live Hinge Tech at 7:30 Central Standard Time. Same bat time, same bat channel. So y'all stay safe, have fun. See y'all soon.